Доброго вечора, ендорфінчики! Що ж, з вами, як завжди, Мирослав, і ми сьогодні разом з вами будемо дивитися ігрову презентацію під назвою Future Games Show Summer Showcase 2025. Як ви знаєте, уже дві презентації ми подивилися. Це State of Play, а також Summer Game Fest. Вчора ми насолодилися трейлером від 9-го Резидента. І, звісно, сьогодні ви запитаєте, що ж варто сьогодні очікувати на даній презентації. З перевіреної інформації хочу сказати, що сьогодні на даній презентації візьмуть інтерв'ю в розробників Hangar 13, в розробників гри Нової мафії The Old Country. Також мають показати нам новий трейлер хорора The Dark Pictures Anthology. Це директива 8020 від Supermassive Games. Має бути театральний ролик трилера Crystal Theater of Idols. Ну і взагалі обіцяють показати більше 40 трейлерів, роликів, тизерів в сумарній кількості нових ігор. Ось так, що ж, чекаємо. До старту презентації у нас залишилося майже 7 хвилин. Побачимо. До речі, попередня презентація відбулася восени, і там у центрі уваги була гра Кронос від польської студії. Кронос The New Dawn. Льончику, доброї ночі чи доброго вечора. Вітаю, друже. Да, і хочу також сказати, що завтра, друзі, не пропустіть, на вас очікує ще дві презентації. Це о 20:00 у нас буде Xbox Games Showcase. І о 22:00 ПК Gaming Show. Тож, занотовуйте там собі десь блокнотики та не пропустіть. А я буду радий бачити кожного з вас. Також нам обіцяють показати сьогодні чимало світових прем'єр. Ну, побачимо, подивимося. П'ять хвилин залишається в нас до старту презентації. Тож, друзі, є час взяти з собою якісь смаколики, смачні напої. Садіть біля себе собачку чи кішечку, діточок, у кого є дітки. Запрошуйте тата, маму, дружин, сестер, дідусів, бабусь. І будемо насолоджуватися новими трейлерами. Так, ну а я незабаром до вас повернуся. Так, ну а тим часом у нас лишається 1 хвилина до старту презентації Future Games Show Summer Showcase 2025, друзі. Let's go!
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2.
До речі, друзі, хто не знає, Лора Бейлі озвучувала голос Еббі у грі The Last of Us частина 2.
Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping.
Жека,
So
привітули.
let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
О, світова прем'єра.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki, we gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Нормально насипають.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
In you load they never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Wait! Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you.
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse
На
Osiris
Xbox та
Reborn is
ПК.
an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
Ще світова прем'єра.
I used to
Слухайте, ну
swear
вони зайшли з
by my
козирів.
father's oath
Нічого так.
to protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Цікаво, ця гра ненароком не від розробників Banishers. Чимось вона мені трішки нагадує саме Banishers.
Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
A show saw the end. О, цього літа. Xbox, PlayStation 5 та на ПК.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Це якийсь вуконг від першого обличчя. Це, мабуть, якийсь хорор. Швидше за все.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
До речі, цю гру нам презентували на презентації State of Play. Трішечки показували за неї трейлер.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the future of the finals!
Where have you been? Then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Якийсь симулятор худоби. Herdline. Цього літа.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Для тих, хто не був у селі, це точно. Оу. Blumhouse.
Come along. This way.
Це щось якась психологічна хрінь.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your eyes, dear.
Sleep Awake.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Reakция, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her
He's a lab god.
before he does.
Reakcja is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Reakcja is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Має бути щось прикольне. Відразу відчувається, що гра атмосферна. Reakcja, The Stolen Dream. О, 15 липня.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Reakcja. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games
Я б її пострімив би.
All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Аномалії. Сталкер на мінімалках. Сталкер 3. А це вже більше схоже на Хогвартс.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam.
Вже доступна гра на ПК.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
О, це прикольно. Констанс. 24 листопада.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Arista.
Дуже схоже на Diablo.
Sparta, and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you.
Друзі, а хтось першу частину грав?
Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. Mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general.
Хіба що
We will be
козаки в
doing
дитинстві.
additional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters.
Мені, до речі, такі ігри подобаються.
Creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be
Якби Діабло мало українську локалізацію, я б її вже давно на каналі пройшов.
For a summer timeline for this, and then later the other platforms.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys. Hey man. I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No,
wanna...
no, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Світова прем'єра.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles, so get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise. We got company. Who wants some? Let's haul ass.
Narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles, so get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be?
Та щось у них там підлючило.
Hard.
We found paradise. We got company. Who wants some? Let's haul ass.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a
О,
roguelike
це якась
twist.
покрокова.
You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open!
Ну, це якийсь уже симулятор пожежників.
The clothes are about to catch fire!
Get an attack line in there!
Gotta go scout the area. That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims!
Please, get me out of here.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hell Gates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a tough...
Камінчик у нього такий непоганий висить.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
Щось у них з презентацією, якийсь збій.
Break that door open!
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
A princess to save, without dragons to slay. Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hell Gates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediate. It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。もしもし、うん。はい。
What is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil. We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs
А
today.
що це за хрінь у них там відбувається?
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
Так. Щось у них там із презою.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Індюшатіна. І рогамі.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
eFrontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Div Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what eFrontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both read and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around Div Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Founder access for eFrontier is available now, and you can head to efrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor.
Особисто я дуже чекаю на трейлер директиви від Supermassive Games.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app.
Цікаво, що завтра нам Xbox покаже.
Stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our ones to play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune.
Буде портативна консоль від них.
Captain is one of duty and relentless.
Від кого, Алексе?
True riches are not in gold and jewels.
А, я зрозумів, ти маєш на увазі від Xboxа?
And the legend we become.
Подивимось, подивимось. Якась вона мініатюрна, сам колись за Міхаеля Шумахера ганяв. Ну це ж така, ти ж бачиш, це мультяшна формула. Я взагалі сам, у мене кермо було Т-300. Трастмастер Т-300. І я навіть в чемпіонаті України брав участь, ну, по кіберспорту, по формулі. 2 роки грав, ну, справжню формулу. То трішки знаєш, що таке Формула 1. Ahoy.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Так, цікаво, що нічого не зрозуміло.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit
Мушкетери пірати таке собі. Ну, да.
You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect. An all-in-one
Бачите, щось у них,
simulator where you mold
щось у них із презою, що воно повторює деякі
and
ті.
then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC.
Можна зробити гру з мушкетерів, піратів, дуже якісну, класну. Але має бути гарна ідея, гарний сюжет, гарний сеттинг, неймовірна атмосфера, і гра матиме шанси на реальний успіх.
Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
Це Хогвартс на мінімалках.
That was our spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the summer showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
Дімчику, привіт. Що це за треш?
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Death Ground.
Deadly dinos go on the loose in Death Ground.
Death
Whether you
Ground.
dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested, abandoned facilities.
Це вже щось а-ля паркюрського періоду.
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for raw news.
Якийсь
on that.
мультиплеєр.
Refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Оу. Оце має бути крута грулька.
Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that
Да, вже була демка, да.
Games where the adventuring is just, if you think about it,
Ну це має бути якийсь якісний проект.
They're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables
Алексе, це соус? Не знаєш?
are given to you on a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our
Чомусь так більше виглядає як на соус.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a
Наче ні, але це зовсім не точно.
Sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit, it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, you know. So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X,
4 вересня.
PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Світова прем'єра.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
When it click through to the system, it's about to be a slow beat grind. I'll be coming up. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody drop when I'm in it. I'm so. Everybody know I'm on. You know when it click through to the system, it's about to be a slow.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace.
Гогвартс, частина друга.
Not without its enemies. The demons above and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishop.
Схоже на якийсь 8-бітний Хогвартс.
All things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
О. Флінстоуни. Ту-ту-ту-ру-ту-ту.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
The Future Game Show Steam page?
the Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission.
О, директива, мабуть, буде зараз трейлер.
Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find
Да, від розробників гри Until Dawn. Да, Supermassive Games.
To do this, just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please.
Директива 8020.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm
Ну, зовсім трішки показали. До речі, вона виходить в жовтні вже цього року.
Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back
Таке собі інтерактивне кіно.
of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber.
О, до речі, цю гру ми вже бачили трейлер.
And reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic.
На State of Play
You'll need to carefully manage your balance
показували
and
її.
stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Демка вже є.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Це щось дуже схоже на класичний Резидент. Навіть камера так працює, як в класичному Резиденті. Ground Zero. Фільм «Скалолазтика» Сталлоне немає. До речі, «Скалолаз» – один із моїх найулюбленіших фільмів. Ела.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish.
Вже таке придумовують.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
Ludo.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of
У мене теж такі окуляри є, до речі.
Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title to the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show
TCU,
floor of the
Summer Game
Dreams
Fest.
Boost. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
To you.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5 and Xbox. In the
Так, зараз
meantime, you
знову
can
його
wish this
покажуть
on
нам.
Steam or the
Цього
Epic Games
японця
Store.
чи китайця.
World premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone.
Да, знову.
I'm excited to be a part of future game
Якесь
show
прокляття
2025.
китайця на
There
нашому
are so
каналі.
many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to
I'm
play
very
them.
happy, Дар каже.
As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of Any Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored
Kind to
to
mine.
present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If
From
you
the
are
team.
at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the End Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Колись за собак далматинця грали, тепер за котів розробники вирішили, що пора вже і за мишей. До речі, нещодавно виходила гра. Я не пам'ятаю, як вона називається, але там жуком потрібно грати. Вже таке навидумують. І ти там лазиш по деревах, по листю, жучком. Перепригуєш з гілки на гілку, ну, в общем, треш.
A mystery. To the annoyance of the duck detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime.
Так, друзі, зараз я
Work
повернуся.
together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Well, get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th. But there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
О, на місці. Як я вчасно повернувся.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to
Далі
be a
тільки
beautiful
інді
day.
будуть, а хрін його
But I
знає.
have some terrible news.
Можливо, в
So
кінці
let's
щось
sit
і
down if we want to find the culprit.
цікаве і
I have a
покажуть.
small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me.
Ще мають показати інтерв'ю
Case, Miss Royce.
з Хангар 13
Dangerous one.
з розробниками нової мафії, та й не тільки
What do we have
нової.
here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you.
Ну, є така інформація, що
Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
можливо щось з мафії покажуть.
The day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Оу, Скубі-Дубі-Ду!
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles. This
Може, стріча дивитися
Now we're
знизу
starting to
надпис.
close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the old country. Here's
О,
all the gory...
а ще я вам говорив. Мафія!
Mafia, the old country is
Будемо
both
обов'язково
a
проходити на
prequel
нашому
to
каналі.
the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in
Буде
the future,
офіційна
going back to
українська
1900
локалізація, ну,
So the
субтитри
birth of
українські
not just
будуть.
the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organized crime first really came from.
In Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible
Головне, щоб був гарний сюжет тут.
That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life. A brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one.
Видно, що Індіана Джонс надихнув, що студії почали з екранізації ігри робити. Да, можливо, можливо.
You wish to commit yourself, your life to this.
Якби ще Індіана Джонс була з української локалізації, взагалі, просто топчик.
I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Ласкаво просимо до сім'ї.
Salute.
Salute.
– 8 серпня.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia: The Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Raw Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark. The true...
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Так, це воно знову, да?
My flesh.
Ні, Твіч не будемо включати, мене немає на Твічі. Зараз...
I do not keep my oath.
Зараз ми поглянемо ось так, і давайте спробуємо вімкнути.
On a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son.
А тут Full HD, да?
In this hour of darkness,
as the shadows of the abyss close in.
Це що, Bloodborne?
Let your sacred light
Щось цікаве.
banish them. And if I am to fall, let my flesh turn to ash, so my soul may ascend to you.
Схоже на Біошок.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
Крисол.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well,
Останній трейлер.
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does
А
that
ну,
work?
давайте.
Sounds perfect to me.
Порадуйте нас.
Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Світова прем'єра.
Ooh, I like
Це
it.
ведучі зійшли з розуму.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden
Щось поки що нічого не зрозуміло.
You will be sown!
Ритуал? Тайц.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you. Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the dream-weaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Так, ну що, друзі? Ось і підійшла до завершення презентація Future Games Showcase. Побачили ми декілька, були декілька цікавих проєктів. Залишилося тільки їх дочекатися. Я для себе вже помітив декілька з них. Так, друзі, ну що ж, дякую всім, чатику, дякую всім, що були цієї ночі зі мною. Маю надію, що вам було цікаво. Презентація тривала майже 2 години. Не забувайте підтримувати дане відео вподобаєчками та шаленими коментарями. Так. Зустрінемось з вами вже завтра на стрімі проходження. Продовжимо проходити Lies of P. І, до речі, нагадую, що завтра на вас очікує ще 2 ігрові презентації. Це у нас о 20:00 буде Xbox Games Showcase. А також о 22:00 буде ПК Gaming Show. І на цьому фестиваль презентації ігор завершиться. Будемо чекати наступних потім презентацій. Що ж, дорогенькі, бажаю всім вам тихої мирної ночі. Усіх міцно обіймаю. Всім до зустрічі.
Wait, so you're telling me that you can become a pirate, transform into an animal at will, and build your own skyfaring vessel?
And do it all with your mates. All of that footage came from the in-game online multiplayer.
Oh, there's still my beating heart. I can finally live out my dream.
Of being a pirate?
No, just having hair at will.
Ah, fair. Well, anyway, Guardians of the Wild Sky is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You can wishlist it now and sign up for the playtest.
Amazing.
Now, Jules, I don't want to shock you.
Good, because I do have a weak heart.
But our next game is a terrifying twist on an old-school classic. Ooh. Let's have a look at the multiplayer mode for System Shock 2's remaster.
Whoa!
I'll be the first to die. Did you kill him?
I shot him. He's still alive though.
So, in order to get out of that room, you're gonna have to push a button on the wall. Oh, okay, you jumped down, okay. 2 broken ankles, I think those sorts.
There's probably a hypo for that.
I might have triggered 5 tropical roids. Don't, no.
Okay. Wow, this is a cramped elevator.
Yeah, this is almost like it wasn't designed for full players. Here comes. But it's... Oh!
Oh god.
Back to fail me again, insect.
Oh, that multiplayer looks brilliant. I love any kind of game mode where I can accidentally blow up my mates.
Indeed, and you can blast Showdown back to base elements when System Shock 2's remaster releases on June the 26th.
Now, Jules, do you know what else is fun?
Ripping off somebody's skin, wearing it to fool their mates, and then pretending to worship an eldritch god?
That was actually exactly what I was going to say. How did you...
I wrote this part of the script, so yeah.
Oh, fair. This is Necrofugitive.
Necrofugitive, you are the monster.
The nation of Avencia is at war. As the last surviving member of your cult, your deity has gifted you with unholy powers. Shapeshift through the kingdom, transform into enemies and deceive your foes. Unleash chaos wherever you go. Choose abilities on the skill tree and create the ultimate heretic of your dreams. Go in stealth, go in combat, go however you want toward freedom. The choice is yours. Other games let you pet the dog. In this game, you can be the dog. Plus, for the first time, we're announcing local co-op. Team up with a doppelganger and take Avencia by storm. Necrofugitive is coming to Kickstarter on June 24th. Pre-order now and get a free copy of Dead Man's Hand card roulette action when you purchase the full game. Necrofugitive. Demo available on Steam. Pre-order now.
Necrofugitive is coming to PC and consoles with a Kickstarter launching on June 24th.
It is pure chaos and I absolutely love it. But you know what else I absolutely love?
Go on.
Planning road networks for busy cities.
Oh, it's a wild Friday night over at your house, isn't it?
You have no idea, mate.
Well, you're in luck because our next game is the Golden Joystick Award-nominated Mini Motorways, which is bringing out a brand new game mode. Ooh, how exciting! Start your engines.